Hello. So chances are you have probably seen the recent sort of media blow up surrounding the spring ad campaign put out by Victoria's Secret using the slogan Bright Young Things. There have been a lot of parents online being really upset about this, thinking that Victoria's Secret is marketing to like teen and preteen, young teen and preteen girls. I started to do some research into this, and I think that the claims that they're like explicitly aiming at that market is probably exaggerated, but I think there's still some things to be said about this, and I think it still definitely represents a problem. I think actually the biggest thing that I'm seeing that sort of leads me to believe that Victoria's Secret is trying to tap into that market, at least their interest of the sort of preteen, really young teenager set is not in this ad campaign. Although like it does feature a lot of like bright colors and stuff. So it's sort of like less grown up, I suppose, than a lot of their other things. But really what really tells me that I think they do have this age group in mind is that they had Justin Bieber perform at their fall fashion show, which like either must say that they're trying to draw the attention of girls in the sort of 12 to 14 set, or they just have a really dumb marketing team who doesn't know that their target age range and the age of people who make up Justin Bieber's core fan base are not one and the same. But I think it's probably the former, which is disturbing for a lot of reasons, a lot of which has been pointed out and a lot of which have been talked about a lot online. Um, you can talk about the hypersexualization of young girls and the problems that causes culturally. You can talk about issues of body image and self-esteem. There's been things written by parents about how we're sort of like making kids grow up too fast or like taking away their innocence or something. I think these are all like points that can be made and that are really valid, but what I want to talk about actually is something that I don't think I've seen said yet, and um, which is sort of one of the most disturbing aspects of this for me. It's the fact that media, of which advertising is a big, huge portion, is what teaches girls, especially girls in that age range, what what is cool and what they should want to be. And when that message for these like 12 to 14-year-old girls, because those are the people who are watching Justin Bieber at the fashion show, is that they should want to be sexy, that's when I think we really run into a problem. Obviously, the pressure to be sexy for women is not a new thing, and it's been around for a long time, and it's always been harmful, yes. But I think up until fairly recently, I feel like that pressure has been more targeted toward the older end of the teenage spectrum. Like doesn't really start until girls are maybe like 15, 16, and of course that still causes a lot of huge problems. I think the core difference is that at 16 I think girls have they've already started to develop like a sense of their self-worth that's reliant on other things, and um they also have the maturity to be able to look at the things that the media that they're consuming with a grain of salt. And obviously this pressure to be sexy still does cause a lot of problems, but I think when you start introducing this concept to girls who are like 11 and 12, we're gonna get it's gonna cause much more of a problem. Because girls this young, I think they're more impressionable, and I think they're more likely to really internalize that message when it's presented to them at such a young age. And so if you've been taught since you were like 12 that sexy is the number one thing that you need to be, I think it's going to be hard not to believe that. And that, of course, causes so many problems, because when we teach girls that this is the thing that's desirable, it's a short step to that is the most valuable thing about you is your sexiness, is your sex appeal. and that's of course not true, and causes a lot of self-esteem problems, and that leads into objectification, and we're viewing women more as what they look like, and as their attractiveness, as their sex appeal, rather than other qualities about them, rather than seeing them as people. And that's why I think that this ad slogan is really sickly fitting. Bright young things. Yeah. So they're not even people, apparently. At least that's the road that this leads down. Which is why I find it so disturbing. And why this really bothers me, and why this trend of marketing like bikinis and like lingerie essentially to girls this young is it's more of a problem than making them grow up too fast. Thanks for watching. If you have thoughts and feelings about this, I'd love it if you chime in the comments. I will see you next week, and Mariko, I will see you on Friday. I think this week is when her video is going to go up. Okay, bye!